carbon dioxide from energy use, and that is about 50%. So the point is, if we would stop emitting carbon dioxide, then the Earth's carrying capacity would go up by about a factor of 2. So instead of 5 billion, the Earth could be carrying 10 billion people. And well, this is with some caution, but that's about right. Now, if we manage to get away from the use of carbon fuels, then we could stop the increased greenhouse effect, and actually after some decades or maybe a century, the carbon dioxide content of Earth will return to the old level. So it's not enough just not to produce more carbon dioxide. Also, the carbon dioxide which we have already injected into the atmosphere has to be reabsorbed. So this will also take a few decades. But anyway, so there is a possibility that the carrying capacity of Earth could be matching something like about at most 10 billion people. So 10 billion people could be achieved, and if the growth of world population would be stopped at 10 billion people, which we expect to have in 2050, then we could have a stable situation in the end. But to this, we have to do now radical steps.
And without these radical steps, as I saw, some of the information implies that without the radical steps, we would need 5 Earths, 5 other planets to sustain the entire population.
If the carrying capacity is brought down by 2 effects, by deteriorations of the biosphere, by the greenhouse effect and global warming, and by the expiration of fossil fuels, which reduce our capacities of agriculture and many things. So it could go to half of that what we had now. So instead of 5, we would maybe come down even to 2 or 2.5 billion people, and we would be at 10. So we would need 5 to 4 Earths to cope with that.
Mm-hmm. Could you please tell us how much of the fossil fuels and other non-renewable sources we know are left? How much do we predict are left? And what should be the amount used for a safe long-term operation of our civilization?
What is left is, so we can, what do we still have in stock? Mm-hmm. And how long would that last with the present use? Mm-hmm. So if we would, if you take the oil, that the conventional oil with the present use would last maybe between 30 to 40 years. No one knows exactly how much is really left. But the problem is we are increasing the demand for oil. Mm-hmm. So it will not be up to 40 years. Maybe it's only up to 30 or 25 years. And then it will be over. So within a rather short time of 25 years, we will be running out of oil as a good which is affordable for combustion, for all kinds of applications. It will become very expensive. Natural gas, we have maybe instead of 40 years at maximum, would have around 60 years. But when oil is over, more demand will go to use natural gas. And then the reserves of natural gas will also be depleted sooner than in 65 years. So maybe that's 40 years then. So this is not a long time when we look at the infrastructure projects like a energy supply system. So power plants usually run 40 to 60 years. Already now, if you build new power plants for oil and gas, they will run in severe fuel problems. Now, coal we have with the present use about for 170 years. But if the others, if gas and oil are reduced, more coal will be used. So also this 170 years will then come down to 100, maybe 120 years. So this is also not infinitely long. And on the other hand, if we use up all this coal, we get in serious trouble with the climate. So we are not permitted to use all this coal anyway to burn it. Mm-hmm. So we need to start really now if we want to get out of the energy shortage trap. Mm-hmm. And we have to start now also if we want to limit the climate change. Now it is a general understanding, or more general understanding maybe not yet, but more and more experts say the maximum tolerable carbon dioxide content for which we could expect real stability is 350 parts per million carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Mm-hmm. Now, we are already at 380 or 85, so we have to come down. So, in that sense, we should stop, really, emission of all carbon dioxide. Maybe if we use 1% from what we are doing now, or maybe a few percent, 3 or 4%, that may be okay. But we, for reasons of security for the atmosphere and for the climate, we should bring the production or the emission of carbon dioxide to close